Hello everyone and welcome to SpeedGaming Live 2022. This is the group stage. We got EmoSaru versus Eri. It's going to be a really good match. I am Apathy Duck. I am joined today by Philion. How you doing?
Good morning, Duck, and also Internet.
Hello, Internet.
It's been a while since I've seen Zelda. It's been a longer time since I've played Zelda, but I am here for it. I am particularly here for these two.
Yeah, really good match to start us off. I believe this is the first match these two are doing in the group stages. So both 0-0 right now. One of them will be 1-0 at the end of this.
I should hope so.
Yeah, that's how
if not, we have larger problems.
Well, you know, these guys are pretty evenly matched. Maybe we'll get that hot tie.
Tie.
We can only hope.
Tie.
We can only hope. So we should be getting started here shortly. But yeah, I don't think these two need much of an introduction, but if this is the first time tuning into one of these, Eri was the world record holder in MG for a while, for about 5 months. And Emo has her own personal sprite because she is the developer of EmoTracker, if you've used that tool before. But yeah, we're getting started here. We are doing, it's boot starts, so we do start with the boots.
What else do we have going on in this mode, Duck?
I think that's it. I'm not actually in this tournament. I saw these two were playing and I signed up to comm. So
okay. I believe it's hard mode. Or some variation of hard.
Yeah, I believe it is. I believe that is correct.
We got two guys here who know everything about this mode.
We know everything about the game. We just forgot to ask what the mode was. So hard mode doesn't change much though. It just changes some of the effects and the count and item pool. So honestly, for watching it doesn't really make too much of a difference. But it just makes it a little bit more difficult on the runners. Emo does
what
get
we like to see.
Yeah, gets the $50 early. That can be useful early on, just to get bombs and stuff. It's really a lot of the early locations are blocked by bombs. So if you want to buy some, they cost $50. So getting a 50 is pretty useful. It does look like Emo's going to go south here. There's also some 50-50 bombs on the way. Eri is doing the somewhat normal, just starting Sanctuary and heading over. You'll get a couple tree pulls here to get some, hopefully get some equipment. There's a bushcraft over there as well.
Yeah, we saw him get fairies from the tree pole.
And this is why I don't do the 50-50, because that happens a lot. 25% chance says the math, but to me it's like,
okay, so we're at a, what, 1 in 16 now of not having bombs there?
The thing, she has the money. Like, just go to, just
right,
go
but
to
then you have to go in and out, and that's 2 whole screen transitions. And
she just did 4.
But you might have had that on the first try.
Yeah, well then, but don't bother resetting it. But yeah, I don't mind doing it once, but the resetting, when you have the 50.
Oh yeah, okay. Wait, and where's Eri going? Oh, he told us he was going to do this. He told me he was going to do this, and I didn't quite believe it.
Oh, okay. Oh, is this a new corrupt thing that I haven't seen yet?
Well, so he's going Saha, I think. I'm not sure why he's buying bombs right now.
Because if Saha requires a bomb.
Not if you have boots.
Oh yeah, not if you have boots. It is one of those things. Well, A, you just need bombs for a lot of stuff, and B, like there's so many different modes. A lot of times you're just like, I need bombs, and you know you're not necessarily thinking about it. But
I'm really interested in Emo doing the race here for the bombs.
Yeah, I think it makes sense with the boots again. You don't have to use a bomb to get it. It kind of just makes sense to blind check it.
No, she scouted it, and then she said she wants the bombs.
Oh.
Probably because she didn't know she'd get 300 rupees here, and she wanted to be sure she had bottle vendor money.
Yeah, that is true.
But look at the money just flooding in Saha's hut, as well as the hammer for Eri.
Yeah. I mean, all the things, you know, we're sort of nitpicking here. It's early on. There's not
no
much.
Race is over.
Yeah,
I don't know who's won yet, but the race is over.
Completely over. But yeah, we're just nitpicking here early because there's you know, we don't really quite know what's going to happen here.
Okay.
I haven't found anything that's progression. We haven't found it. Emo has
well, Eri did find the hammer.
Oh, he did find the hammer. Okay.
Yeah, that's in Saha.
Ah, okay. But yeah, think about the hammer. It is one of the 3 things you need for Dark World access. The funny thing about getting a hammer first is it actually opens nothing immediately. It really doesn't open until you have either Eastside Death Mountain access or Dark World access. It does nothing for you. So it's always a little weird. You're happy to have it, but it's a little weird to find first because it's like this doesn't actually open anything else up yet until I find at least one other item. Or really 2 other items, even. Like, even to get up to Death Mountain, it's going to require, you know, flute and then, like, hookshot or something to get to the other side, or mirror.
Okay, so Aries going South Shore.
Yeah, this is one of the big locations. Oh, Emo does get the first sword, I believe?
Yep.
Huh, Aries still hasn't done Kakariko.
No, so he's short now a Master Sword that Emo just grabbed from the well.
Oh, it was 2 swords. Yeah. So, so basically, Dark World requires 3 items. It's, you know, either 2 gloves and the Moon Pearl, or glove, hammer, and Moon Pearl. And then Aga also requires 3 items, and you need at least a sword, and then either another sword upgrade or the cape, and you need the lamp. So it's 3 items for, and then obviously Moon Pearl if you want to do anything besides Pyramid.
Yeah.
So it's 3 items for Dark World access, either way. So if you're trying to kind of get a read on whether it's an Aga seed or not, we kind of have 2 towards it being Aga. Oh. Okay,
Ooh, that hurts.
Yeah, like I was saying, we do have Aga access now with that Master Sword and Lamp. If you're trying to get a read on Aga, we might see somewhat of an early Aga play here. It does, because Emo doesn't have the hammer even yet.
No.
So
Eri did get a hookshot and a book.
Yeah, again, hookshot, nice to have, does not do anything until we have at least the... So if we have the glove, it's going to give us a... We can go all the way to Hera.
And if we have a glove now, Desert's completable too.
Yeah, but we don't have the book yet, right?
Yeah, you picked that up.
Oh, we did with the book, okay.
Yeah. Yeah, he opened a chest and a little book popped up. It's very quick, though.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even a chest, it was talking.
Yeah, we unfortunately don't know. We rely on our trackers so much. I always say the trackers are the most important people, and you know, this being a live event, we were scrambling to get set up, and weren't able to get a track for this match. So we're flying a little blind here, and this is definitely giving me even more appreciation for the trackers than I normally have. They are the unsung heroes a lot of times. So
keep in mind, Emo's also running without a tracker here.
That's true. She did want to make a note that she is not running with a tracker today, which is the only reason she could possibly lose this match.
Yeah, Aries got one. He's using it, so that's just a little edge he's given himself.
Yeah, that's
along with, you know, years of practice.
Yeah, that whole having the world record thing, you know. But it's mostly the tracker.
100%.
Emo has listened to my years of complaining about not doing this before you have the boots, so I'm very proud of her.
Okay, Eri, that cute little hook speed there. That was great. Thank you.
Yeah. That is the one that we do have quick swap on a lot. Wow, it was, I believe, 2 I think it was Eastern and Desert were pendants, so... with Eastern being a pendant, you know, generally you try to avoid it until you have the bow so you don't double dip it. When it is a pendant, it is a Sphere 0 location. It's a lot more attractive because you don't have to go back. Obviously, if you know, there's something on Armos, but that's, you know, generally pretty rare. So with Pendant Eastern, and the fact that we're kind of running out, like, you know, Emo's, I was saying the Aga play, Emo's not going to, right without the Moon Pearl, it's literally only 1 item. The interesting thing is, hookshot also kind of smells like it might be Aga Dark World because you need the hookshot to do anything besides like the pod area. Also, hookshot could also just be, if we find a glove, you know, hookshot could just be access to East Death Mountain as well. So
it does. Though that's weird because we've also got mirror and hammer already. So if we get a glove, we've got the full mountain.
Yeah. Yeah, this is interesting. This is a really hard, you know, these guys have played so much. Usually you can kind of get like especially early on, like what it's going to be. Like maybe it's an Aga, maybe it's going to be Mountain. We have like so much like kind of random stuff here that like, you got to think the glove's going to be showing up soon. Because like, that's kind of blocking everything.
It really is.
Yeah. Either that or the Moon Pearl's going to show up, and it's, you know, it's, if the Moon Pearl shows up, it's almost certainly Dark World access through Aga, and then the hookshot to get over. So, this is big for Emo. You know, we're sort of running dry in where it could be. One of the most likely places, like I said before, is Eastern Palace. But Eri died on the way over here and just decided, oh, crab. Oh boy.
Crabs? Trads are deadly, folks.
Yeah, they take 2 hearts. They will absolutely. I mean, we saw Eri die on the way here. So if this is something for Emo, this is huge. This is will be a potential game changer. And bombs.
Well, we had hope.
And it's gone. Okay, Emo is setting up a water walk here. That little dash out. Doesn't check it. She's just confident about it. You can check it on the stairs there. So she's a stored water walk right now. If she jumps south, yeah, we'll see it right here. If she jumps south off the sledge, she will walk.
Whoa.
Yeah, super convenient. There's kind of 2 ways. I don't like her taking it to Hobo. Oh, she's checking this. She's checking this, right. I'm primarily an SMZ player right now, and we get that one for free because of where the portal is, so I always forget about... Whenever I do play vanilla,
yeah,
the past, I just completely forget about that. A 3rd sword. Oh.
Okay.
Well, 3rd sword... Like,
sure. Why not?
Yeah. I mean, 3rd sword does not help us anyway whatsoever for logic, but it's the jump between tempered and mastered is huge.
That's like hammer damage now.
Yeah. I believe this is the first time that we are seeing escape here from Eri.
It is. And shoutouts to Kelsey, who has picked up her phone and started tracking items for us.
Like I said, trackers are the most important people. Well, we have the boots. We see that later on the tracker now. That's good. I wasn't quite sure if we had those, so that'll help. That'll help with my my commentary here. This is also the first time we're seeing. So we're seeing new things from both these players. Desert is actually not completable. We said that before. We're still missing that glove. You can't get to the back there.
And the ledge had nothing very good. Silver arrows.
Yeah, we're finding a lot of good stuff, but none of this is crazy. Like just finding this. Usually early on, it's basically like here's like your next big thing, whether it's the mountain or Dark World or whatever, and there's like not much else in the the rest is later in the game. We're finding so much stuff, but none of it's immediate progression. So,
Fire Rod, Hookshot, Ether, Mirror, Hammer. None of these do anything.
Literally none of them do anything right now until we get like at least the glove. We still don't have the glove. We still don't have the Moon Pearl. Like, we're just so low. I really think Moon Pearl's gonna pop and it is gonna be Agate at this point. Either that or it's gonna glove. Yeah, it's either gonna be glove for mountain. We're gonna get a lot of mountain, or it's gonna be Moon Pearl for Dark World. Those are really the only 2 like big openings that we have.
I kind of hate as a runner to get an item distribution like this at the start, because it's like once you get that first actual progression, what do you do? How do you make sure you're going somewhere your opponent is also covered?
That does confirm it was hard mode. That's the 4th sword.
Yeah,
that's 20 rupees right there. So Emo has the hard mode gold sword, aka tempered sword. So yeah, all 4 swords early. That is. Actually, it might have been. I think you're also limited to just level 1 shield too, so it might have been.
Could have been a shield, or
it could have been a shield, I believe.
Do the boots show up that way? I don't know.
Oh yeah, the boots.
It was a sword though. It's more fun if we say it.
Yeah, let's just say it's a sword. I mean, at some point Eri might check it, and we'll. If Eri checks it before he has tempered.
He just got tempered.
Oh, well, never mind. That's not gonna happen. So.
He's doing Zora, and he is actually going to find out.
Yeah, this is, again, Emo went with just 432. Kind of just, you sort of make these decisions, especially, Emo has a ton of respect for Eri. When you're playing some of his caliber, like, and you're kind of in that situation, you just go, like, if it's Zora, GG, I'm going to make that move right there. It's not, so that's actually good. That's great news for Emo.
Yeah, she's probably written that off.
And she does have the mirror. The other way to do it is when you do get over to Catfish, you can kind of just mirror there and check it. So she'll probably spend, pay back a little bit of that time. Although Catfish is one item people like to skip just because it's all off by itself.
Yeah.
So we'll see how aggressive she is.
Just cut them both at this point.
$50.
Okay, so
Eastern is it's either Eastern or Pyramid.
At this point, yeah.
Yeah, we're like I said, it's Eastern or Pyramid, and we're gonna see either the glove or the Moon Pearl.
So this works out well for Emo because she hasn't been to Zaha yet. She gets to loop all this in a single trip. Yeah,
that's there's kind of 2 thoughts in the randomizer community. Either Sasha is 3 items, so it's pretty juicy to do, and then Eastern is also 3 items potentially if one's not on Armos. So there's kind of two schools of thought. Just do it early because it's a lot of items, and you want to prioritize density, or put it off until you can maybe combo it in with an Eastern dip, and you get a little bit of efficiency for there. Yeah, so Emo does pick up the hammer. She had a little side eye there. We knew about the hammer, but she was really expecting. Again, it's one of those items where it's like you're happy to have it, but it's so weird to find something at this point where it's like I need progression, and then you find this big item, and it's like it's not actually progression at the moment. It's like
she might have just been expecting a glove.
Yeah. If I was her, I'd give the same face. I'm like, well, that's odd. That's not what I like. That's good, but it's still not anything at the moment. So what's going on?
Now she still has escape to do after this, I think.
She does have escape, but escape was nothing, I don't think.
Yeah, just the silvers in Dark Cross.
Yeah, so Emo's probably going to try to just avoid escape in general. We'll probably see like a back escape check from her at some point. I don't think Eri did the back. He just did the front.
No, he would have had to save scum the key.
Yeah. Which could have been big. Like you could have had a glove lock glove back there. That can happen. So
that would be exciting.
Yeah. But yeah, there's got to be something here, which means Emo is probably gonna not be. There's the Moon Pearl. Okay. So it's got to be Aga. Honestly, if just because you're playing Eri, you gotta cut corners to beat Eri. If I was her, I would just go Aga right now. Honestly, I wouldn't even bother. It's like that's the big thing.
You wouldn't do escape. Cause like it's.
Oh yeah, I would do escape.
I would cut anything else, but escape is. At least
yeah, I would say I would leave here and I would do front of escape mirror to Aga. Because I have had it where it's like all I had is like it seemed like the most obvious Aga seed ever, and then it was like hammer glove, which is in escape, and it was like, oh, this is So it does happen, but yeah, I would have cut out this Eastern stuff, solely because you're playing Eri. That's even this isn't logic. She does have the lamp.
It's a long ways to run.
It is a long ways to run. You don't have to come back here. We'll see how aggressive. I'm telling all the respect Emo has for Eri. Eri has a ton of respect for Emo too.
Oh yeah.
It's ask either one of them. Like Eri definitely. I mean, Eri has the execution advantage on literally anyone.
Yeah.
Until Eddie starts playing randomizer, and even that's super close.
How many people would you say have a sub 90 NMG time now?
Oh, it's like I don't even know. It was like 100. It was over 100 when I got it, and it's only grown.
Well, I can tell you it was like 99 when Emo got the sub 90.
Yeah, I think I was still like 120 or something when I got it.
And now it's a huge list.
It might be above 200, honestly. I have a 125 and I'm like 50 now, which is crazy. How many people have gotten so good at this? And Eri is still sitting at the top of that massive tree. But anyways, I was saying we'll see what Eri decides to do. My whole point was, Emo has a ton of respect for Eri. You got to cut those corners. But Eri has a ton of respect for Emo too. Like he might. See what he decides. He decides to go on 2. This is definitely the safe play. But yeah, there's nothing back here. I would have liked. This is just it is groups though. They do have. I think looking at the group, it's they're probably definitely like 1 and 2 in that group. So they're the 2 favorites to move on. So this is sort of.
Oh, so they're getting their potentially hardest match out of the way.
Yeah, they're getting the hardest match out of the way. So it might be. I don't know, there's 2 ways to play. You play your hardest match safe and just see what happens. When I have these kind of matchups when I'm playing my strongest opponent, I like to be aggressive, to kind of treat it as like a free roll almost. That you still have the backup if you're playing. Total respect to everyone else in the group. A lot of good players in that group.
No, but sometimes you just play a little wild and see if it works out. Because if you do your completely standard play.
Yeah, if it goes,
the odds are not going to work in your favor.
Yeah, I'm saying if everything goes chalk in the group, these 2 most likely will move on. So, like I said, when I'm in this situation, I tend to play aggressive. I know I have the backup that if I just play solid against my opponents, and I'm likely to have a pretty good run. But it's certainly certainly defensible to play to do this Eastern play. I think it's a little on the safe side.
Yeah.
Especially for Emo. I really think Emo should have bailed, but and the Eri just had less to do, at that point.
So we're gonna see them fairly closely matched.
Yeah, they're
going into the tower.
Eri is going to be...
He's going to be a bit ahead.
Slightly ahead, but...
In terms of coverage, they've, I think, both checked everything except for Emo missing the Zora.
Yeah, and like I'm saying, Eri does have the execution advantage. Honestly, like if just based on like how much stuff they've done, that's Emo. No, she's mad because she knows I'm making fun of her for that.
Yeah. Well, and you know, you do something like that, you should know better. You feel it. You're just like, oh.
There was an NMG match that we had restreamed, and I was like, oh, Emo's playing. Let's get her on the restream. And she didn't get the big key in TR, and she bonked into the door, and I have never let her forget it.
Oh,
so.
No.
That's But yeah, like I said, you know, Eri's got the execution. Honestly, with everything we've done, like this little bit of, you know, they are close in execution-wise. Like just a little bit, he's ahead. That's basically just, you know, I think the routing was. Maybe Emo's ended up being just a little cleaner, like she had the Sasha, you know, was able to group in instead of the 2.
Yeah.
And then, you know, just Eri's just, you know, a little bit faster, and that's pretty much the entire difference right here.
So both runners got the 5 arrow drop in the second room of Vega Tower, and what does that mean for the prize packs?
I dislike you so much. Can you guys switch? No, it's an NMG thing where there's a lot of manipulation of prize packs and stuff. Fineland's just pulling my chain over here. For those of you who don't know,
it's one of my favorite little mechanical things. And
yeah,
it is. That you can't game it the same way in random.
Yeah. This is the one.
Like, oh, there's arrows there. That tells me.
The one thing it doesn't come up too much. So it used to be like there were still the prize pack groups, and it used to just be completely random items.
Yeah.
Now it's like what they went to, because so there's a little bit more like skill and knowledge involved, is it's the same prize packs as vanilla. They're just randomized between the groups.
But you're not. The thing is, you're not routing in and counting your items and health.
Yeah,
as precisely as in NMG.
It really only matters early on. Like the only ones you really care about are like the fairy and the big green magic one, because that can be useful. And then there's the bomb prize pack.
Yo, shoutouts to the hook speed that Eric got.
Being able to find the bomb prize pack early on can really help.
Yeah.
But generally,
at this point in the race.
Yeah, it generally doesn't matter once you sort of get up to full bombs. You need a lot of bombs early, but we're sort of at the point that like they'll probably get enough bomb drops, and like, you know, you're going to pod. There's a bunch of bombs there. There's some in Thieves Town and stuff. So we do have when we do go to Aga. So the blue balls are still randomized. We don't know how many they're gonna get, but they are seed locked, so both players will get the exact same. So there's no RNG difference between the two. So it's perfectly fine to root for the 15 here because they'll both get it. I think we're on track. I think that was 3.
Was that?
I think so. We had a couple hiccups. I didn't see all of them, but that's the one. Emo giving smooches to Aga, little hookshot smooches. Oh no, there was one. Okay, so I think the worst we can have is like 11 now. Oh, he is just hucking these bad boys out.
I actually can't count when both runners are fighting Aga.
Just look up one.
No, but I have to watch both racers because they're both playing the video game.
Oh, you have to watch both of them fight Aga? So
yeah.
You think something interesting might happen?
You never know. Probably not.
No, probably not. I don't think anything interesting is going to happen. I'm talking about...
Well, like, sometimes they slash their sword in time with the music.
That is... I've been known to do that.
That's, like, bordering on interesting.
They're not doing that, though.
Emo's just hookshotting wildly.
Does anyone have a phone book I can read during this? Okay, Eri doesn't get through. I think that might have been the ye old 6. Always 6. Okay, so with this hookshot... Oh, pod is a pendant too. So we might have a bowless seed.
Okay. I'm on board with that.
Yeah, you do need the bow to get through the mimics, but at least logically. But both of these players know how to mimic clip, so I always enjoy seeing.
What did we see?
A bowless seed. So
pendant pod and red crystal ice.
Red crystal ice. Okay. Yeah, so we can see Eri taking that hook shot. We have the other really nice thing is since he has this mirror already.
Oh yeah.
You can route these checks in right away. Honestly, Graveyard Ledge and King's Tomb are some of the 2 easiest to isolate locations.
yeah, just being able to knock these out here is really nice, especially when there's a glove.
Emo also remembering she can't go to... It's so rare to be here without a glove. You see players sometimes go to Catfish. You just kind of sort of forget about that rock sitting there because it's like 3 screens before Catfish. You don't necessarily think Catfish glove.
And how would you even be there without a glove normally?
Yeah, exactly. It's pretty rare unless you're in this, you know, the AGA situation. So
yeah, twin gloves is going to feel good.
There we go. Okay, so we do have proper Darkhold access now.
Quake? Alright, alright.
Yeah, so like, honestly, we're... Just because we found so much stuff early, like, so we need Flippers for Swamp. We need Ice Rod for Turtle Rock. We need the other glove, and we need Samaria, and that's it, I believe. Potentially Bombos, depending on the medallion layouts, but, you know, we have 2.
Oh, and did you say the flute?
Oh, the flute. Yeah. Sorry, that's my SMZ3 brain talking. You don't. Oh,
there's
never mind. There's the flute.
there's the flute. Thank you, Harry.
Yeah, in SMZ3, it's not hard required, so I actually forget that it's hard required for Meyer here.
Ooh, Emo not mirroring to the graveyard. She is gonna miss that flute right now.
Yeah, but it's just a save and quit away. Honestly, I think it's... The problem is, like, once you go down there, you're locked down there.
Yeah.
So this is perfectly sensible. It makes sense from her... Like, she obviously doesn't know the flute is there, but just from a routing perspective, it makes perfect sense. She's going to lose a little bit of efficiency because, you know, Eri... You know, it really worked out good for Eri with that... The thing for Eri is he knew he could just come here anyways once he found that glove, so he might as well do it. So, yeah. It's one of those things, I say this sometimes, where it's... Like, you're in that situation and you're like, okay, I'm going to, you know, hookshot over here, I'm going to do all this, I'm going to go to Woods, I'm going to do Thieves Town, right? And then you find something in the middle that changes what the most sensible routing is. Like that flute made more sense to, you know, or that glove, it would made more sense to just mirror there and then do what Eri is doing. It's sometimes, like, when you're in that chain of, like, pre-planned routing, it can be hard to, like, switch that you found something that, like, has changed.
And sometimes shifting is still the wrong
and
play.
it's a very, very minor optimization, so it's not necessarily to think about. So I think it was really heads up by Eri to do it. But yeah, the main thing is he'll pick up a little routing efficiency because he's gonna have that. He's gonna mirror right by Thieves Town, be able to turn that. Oh no, never mind. He turned down the flute right. Already, He came in and
he'll get to. Oh, he won't flute away from here. Oh well. He'll have it.
Yeah, actually, no, it's actually not really going to matter because Emo will almost certainly do back of Escape pretty quickly, and then she'll just walk over to Kakariko, so it'll be about the same. It is... I've seen back of Escape, especially in these situations where you start getting other stuff, sometimes get forgotten about. It's kind of an easy one just to, like, not really think about. This timing is... Okay, we're alright. Alright, for Heart Moth, it's actually about the... Oh, please don't fire around him like that!
This is fun.
Oh, okay. Okay. We're gonna have a talk about that.
That's fine. That was fine.
Was it?
I mean, the boss is dead.
The boss is dead, yes.
So, like...
If you, like, are driving on the highway and you, like, roll your car and it flips over 4 times, you land on your wheels, like, yeah, that's fine. That's... like...
Well, no, that's not fine, because I'm not on the highway anymore.
Well, it's been so big.
She's still playing the video game.
Okay, I see.
So we've got no items so far from Skull.
Yeah, no items.
But we're doing the back-to-front clear because both these runners are intelligent.
Yeah, it does when you, especially when you're planning on doing like Thieves Town or Village of Outcasts right after, the back-to-front does make sense. Putting in a pet check here would also make a ton of sense with the book and the mirror.
Yeah.
This is like the most common. Yep, we are going to get it from Emo.
Yeah, there's low odds, but this is the best time to check it. And if it is, head.
Yeah.
Especially with the bow situation, you would want to know.
Yeah. We don't have a chat set up here, so I'm sure the pet emotes are coming out. Get them in.
Chat isn't real, don't worry. It can't hurt you.
Chat's not real, it can't hurt you. That's right. I always like these little bounces off these things. Nice little rando-only time saver attack there. Yeah, so these, you know, it looks like Emo is ahead, but, you know, she hasn't gotten that flute yet. Like, these guys, they are neck and neck.